YouTube, the OG survivor back again. 865 knives, knife ramble number 884. It's a balmy 32 degrees in Knoxville. We've got snow piled up and laid up. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere for a while. We're outside. I cleared the table off. We're already starting to lay back. Got a little bit of snow here. There's a few things here on the table that we're going to talk about. Some special ones. This is the star of the show today, and I'm going to need some help from some of you guys. I've heard Big J's really good at dating knives, so maybe I can give him a close-up. He can tell me a little bit more about it, how old it is. That being said, we'll look at this lastly. We'll look at all these other great items first. And this is kind of pocket dump. I guess I could pull my wallet out and show it to you too, since I've got it with me and it's not out on the table. It's the same as always. Been carrying the fail-safe goods tuck and roll for a couple of years now. There's not much going to kick this out of the pocket. I think I'm going to have Ryan make me another one, hopefully. And I'm going to get maybe some orange thread, surprise, surprise, or some crimson thread put in it. It's pretty cool. You know, I like to stick a card and some cash right there, but it's got a flap on it. It opens up. You can stick receipts and some cards and then more cards down in here. And you talk about patina, this thing has got it going on. He's got his logo stamped on the back as well, on the front. Love it. Don't want to ever get rid of it. Nextly, we'll look at these little fellas right here. This is, look at there. Found a use for the Jack Wolf knife slip after I had old Richter knives. Which, speaking of Richter knives, I'm going to have to set this down top for a minute. Richter knives put a video out last night, or I saw it last night, yesterday at some point. He's got an amazing collection of some GECs, and he's starting to work on some vintage cases, and it's exciting to me. I get excited about it, you know. But he did some shout outs to a bunch of guys to let people know that there was some new creators around and things. And I guess right after that video went up, I had an influx. I haven't quite made it over 100 yet. I'm over 80, but there was an influx of subscribers and some comments and likes and things, and I can't thank him enough for that. So thank you, Richter. I want to shout out Big E's Knives. That's a guy up there in Kentucky, and he's got a few more subscribers than me, but maybe we don't have the same one, so I'm gonna let you guys know about him. It's Big E's Knives, and this guy has got vintage, old, perfect condition, almost case knives for days up there. And if you like some old case knives, you need to check him out. That being said, we'll get back to it. Here's the Jack Wolf knife slip, and of course I've got hanging out in there is the Nip-X extra small Cobra water pump pliers. You kind of put them together a little bit. They slide right down in there, and they don't pinch your leg, tear your pockets up, or nothing like that. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about them. We'll look at getting a quick little measurement off of it here. And while we're getting our measurement, I'll tell you about this tape measure. These are the 4 inches. This tape measure's probably, I don't know. I'm sure it's older than I am. And I collect many things. I'm almost borderline hoarder. I collect a lot of old things. Tape measures, pliers, pocket knives, Zippo lighters, vintage patches, hats. I mean, I'm not anywhere close to being on the episode of Hoarders, but I got a nice collection of some things. So this tape measure here, it's a Master Tough Boy Bright Blade 306W, and of course it tells you the inside measure if you're using the case that it's extra to add 2 inches. It's made by Master Rule Manufacturing Company, Inc., New York. Patent number 2076704, made in the US of A. I don't really know how bright that blade is compared to what we've got nowadays, but my eyes are going across down there looking at it. .64. I've never pulled it out all the way, so I don't know exactly how far it will go because I'm too scared to pull it out and spring it and junk it. So for, you know, the short measurements and such, I hit the camera there. You know, I pulled her out 36 inches, 48 before, you know, but not much more. Keep tape lightly oiled, it says. This thing's phenomenal. It's a what I would call a relic. I need to figure out at some point how old this thing is and some history behind it. If the case is a little bit loose, you can tighten that screw there just a little bit, tighten her up. We'll be using that to measure items today. We're not going to measure this Zippo lighter, but this is a gorgeously painted Zippo lighter, excuse me, with a mountain scene, autumn leaves on the trees, and a river flowing through. I'm not a Zippo guy. I would imagine that means it's manufactured in 21 though. This is a gift from my mom and dad. And along with the gift, it came with a regular Zippo cloth wick, but they also gave me this twin arc lighter insert to put in it. I can show you a little action of that. You click it twice. Then we get close enough. The battery may be going dead on it. That's the problem with it. You have to charge it. But I showed my daughter before I come out this thing. I lit a paper towel on fire with it in the kitchen. How well it works. You aren't gonna light no cigars with it though. I like to smoke a good cigar every now and again. Next, Victorinox Spartan. So, story behind this one is we're huge Tennessee fans up here in Tennessee, obviously, you know, University of Tennessee, go Vols. And I had one of the limited edition orange and white checkerboard Tinkers, and my dad, he just fell in love with it, so I just gave it to him. I didn't have one in my pocket then, so I stopped over at the Rural King and I picked up this Victorinox Spartan in camouflage. And to be honest, I really like it. It's a 2-layer, as you can see. It's got the small pen blade, the large pen blade. Victorinox Swiss made stainless. It's the proprietary stainless. I believe it's something close to 14CN27 steel. Officer Seuss on the back. I always thought that really sounded cool, you know. I have no idea what it means, but you got the can opener and flat tip screwdriver, obviously. You got another flat tip on this end, a wide one. That'd be good for working on your Hinderer knives. This here wire stripper, your bottle opener. You got the corkscrew that we all use to untie knots and things. Boy, my hands is getting cold. You got the awl, which this awl on these plastic scaled Victorinoxes, it's a needle leather punch awl. It's nowhere near as good as the awl that comes on Alox models. And you've obviously got well, we've all seen it a million times. You know, you got a toothpick, your old tweezers over here. I've been carrying this in a couple of months or so and still haven't put my safety pin in, but hey, it'll be okay. And they consider this key ring one of the features as well. But all in all, it's a real slim carry. It disappears in your pocket. I like to keep the main blade really sharp in case I did need to try to cut a splinter out or do anything like that where I need it to be sterile or decently clean, we'll say. And I just really like this woodland camo on it. I think it might have been $35 or something like that. And now here for the star of the show is this is a Boker. I'm gonna call it a Barlow, but it has the razor blade on it. And it's got the pin blade like normal Barlows. This is you can see this thing's been worn. I'll tell you the story behind it here in just a second. It's a Boker tree brand. I know there's something behind the way this tree is shaped in dating it. This is the saw cut Delrin handles. It's got half stops, of course. The only stamping on any of the blades is this where it says 495 right here on this master blade. You see there's nothing there. You got the brass pins. There's brass liners. And there's a steel liner in between those two springs. I know everybody likes the snappability walk and talk on knives. This one's a little old, I believe, but it's still got decent spring in it, and the pin blade's obviously a lot better. You can see it's not been used much, and it's got the half stop and good snap to it as well. This one was my wife's, Mrs. 865's, Gramps' knife. And of course he's long since went on to meet the Lord, but got the 495. I have no idea how old this is. And he obviously used it quite a bit. I can't keep my hands out of the way, keep this thing focused. But it's got the patina. The truth to the story is my father-in-law had this knife, and I was talking to him there about a week ago, and he pulled this thing out and showed it to me, and I just absolutely had to have it. It wasn't a matter of what it was worth or anything like that. It was kind of the nostalgia and the look of it. And I traded him a ZDP 189 Spider Coandella with the British Racing green handles for this, which I probably went in the hole on it, but in my opinion, I didn't really go in the hole. So if there's any guys out there that can really help me out with the dating of this, I'd really appreciate it. She's got pretty good spring for the use it's had on it, I believe. Get some quick measurements on this thing, which I'm gonna try and, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read it too well or not. Looks like we got a 2 1/8 cutting edge, overall 2 1/2 blade length, handle length. If I can get it hooked on there, we're right at 3 1/4 overall length with the main blade open. Let's try to lay it down and do it here. About 5 7/8. We'll get a quick measurement on the length of our pen blade here. Our cutting edge is going to be 1.5. 1 7/8 is going to be our overall blade length on that bad dude. I really like this one, man. It's got, I don't know. I mean, I obviously know it's some kind of carbon steel. I don't know what it is, but this thing, as Richter would say, sticky sharp. You can feel it grab just when you touch. It wasn't bad. It wasn't hard to sharpen. Honed out real quick. I don't generally strop anything in mine. Some people may want to shoot me over that. So we get it in focus here. Get that box out of the way. But this thing, I myself love this, and this is going to be an heirloom that my kids and hopefully my grandkids will have. There's the old TriStar bass fish there. Magpul, Yeti, Blade HQ, Beans EDC, Spyderco, MXG Gear, Smoky Mountain, of course, Black Rifle Coffee, Lynch Northwest, Blade HQ again, Lynch again. Can't forget Bucky there. My Texas guys, they might appreciate that, or they might not like it. But I'll tell you what, I've been rambling on. We're pushing on close to 17 minutes now. And I appreciate you guys stopping by to listen. I'd appreciate if you drop a like, a subscription, share it, let everybody know. Pastor and everybody knows, crazy guy up there in Tennessee talking about knives, crazy about them. And just turn on the notifications if you want to. I think that bell may be down around here somewhere, maybe. I think it is when I watch. So if you guys like what you see, let me know. Tell me if it's annoying. I'm thinking about doing my next video. I've got my Papaw's Zippo lighter that he sent in for repair in 1970, and it got sent back June 5th of 1970. I've got the box that they mailed it back with. It's got a little tube of fluid and some flints in it that he never used again. I've also got one of his medium Stockman pocket knives circa 1970. I may need some help dating that one. That's well used, and we might dive into that on the next one. So anyway, I've been rambling way too long. It's been the longest video I've ever made, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support, and if I don't make one tomorrow, I'll see you guys Sunday at 1:30 on RJ's Lives Eastern Time. Y'all stop by and check us out. There's some cool dudes that run around over there on that channel, and I don't even know what to say with them asking me to come on. But I'm gonna let y'all go, and we'll catch you on the next one.